trips, and all of that setup is just ruined.
Can you imagine how terrible it would all be?
Devin would, I think Devin would be in shambles.
Everyone would be in shambles, but no shambles here.
Someone's wallet's going to be in shambles for sure.
Game 1 to Venia and Odyssey on Smashville. I could see this whole set going to Smashville.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Or Town.
If not, Town or Battlefield.
Yeah,
I feel like Battlefield is also a potential stage we could see because both of these players perform well on it. And of course, it favors both these characters, both their play style. Everything about this screams, give me platforms. Bring me to the skies.
It's going to be very interesting because both of these are very, I don't want to overgeneralize their playstyles, but they're both very bait and punish. And they're both very heavily movement-based players. So it's in a matchup like this, we're going to see a lot of crazy movement, both of them constantly trying to one-up each other and keep each other off guard. The thing is, this is a matchup that Venia is no stranger to whatsoever. He's had plenty of opportunities against the Kill Sage. He's fought Odyssey quite a bit as well. So, but there's really only one Greninja that does it like Venia out here in the good old NYC.
With that being said, if you have the Greninja experience, you most likely have it against Venia. So players like Odyssey, who are veterans to the scene now, have an understanding of his habits, his play style, what he wants to do based on stage, how he wants to try to return to stage, what you can take advantage of.
Ooh, I don't know if that was a misinput or he was just trying to catch him or something.
Yeah, that fair was looking sus. Back air, though,
back air would have cleaned it up. Free.
Either way, Venia is the one who's sitting in control of the stage right now.
Back air, yo. Ooh, okay.
It's messy.
This is so... He's going to hit him again. Oh, my God.
Platform Chant dictates that a back air needs to take this set.
Sick edge guard sequence. That was so nice. Both players desperately trying to survive. I love that they both got blown out by that the collision with the Firefox.
That one definitely goes on the greatest hits album for Venia.
Greatest hits album.
Volume 1. The golden years.
Venia's greatest hits with such stunning tracks such as up back air and up throw. Order for $19.99. If you call now, we'll throw in a 3 Venia figurine.
It's like one of those late night PBS.
There were tons of commercials like that when I was a kid.
Limited edition black white beater.
Shouts to all my Shirley Temple box set owners. Shouts to all the animal crackers in my suit. Wow, Venia doing such a great
he's still
job
back at it.
Yeah.
This battle is returned
Literally
to the
back at it with the back airs. I had a damn Daniel reference in my head. And
I'm glad you did. I'm just glad you didn't.
I just needed to say it, not actually say it, but say it so that way the intrusive thought left my head.
One way or the other. Bad references aside, it's going to be Venia taking the game 1. And immediately, Lilat's out of here.
Yeah, get Lilat out of here, dude.
We do not support space travel here in New York.
Unless you're a Bayo man.
I mean, listen, Lilat, it has a place. It has a place in everyone's hearts.
Whether you love it, or you hate it, or you're indifferent towards it.
That place in the hearts could be the, like the left
garbage can?
like the left ventricle that's clogged.
Let's see if it has a place in the future rule set. Which I hope it doesn't.
That's enough about that. Right now, we got Town and City. We got Game 2. And just like you had said, this is one of the more likely stages for this to go. And with very good reason. A lot of room for both of these players to move. And with the shorter blast zones, stock should be ending out quicker if either of these players decides to get control.
It's really who can catch each other off guard first, and who can, like, the advantage states are probably going to be longer for Fox as opposed to Greninja, given that Fox has more tools in his kit to impress when he's on the offensive. But Venia does such a great job of using his tools with Greninja, as limited as they are, and really making the character a lot more maximized than usual. However, Adi has just been on the front foot the entire time, trying to catch that landing right there, but Venia had no landing line because he didn't really do anything except for jump.
And I was just chilling. Venia's not the kind of player to just press buttons to look for a reaction.
He's not a masher. Like, when he's on the aggressive, he presses a lot of buttons, but they're calculated.
Like, say what you will when this man gets, red in the eyes and he's looking for the kill, and he's doing everything in his power to oppress you to no end, but you won't catch him slipping up his inputs.
Such a great start from Odyssey, though. Oh, my. The platform actually moving away, giving Odyssey a lot more space, putting Venia off stage all of a sudden. But he's okay. I like this a lot that Venia's been catching every single jump. Ooh!
Where are we going?
Whoa!
Glad to see that Odyssey passed his geometry courses.
That was really good. Odyssey calculating that angle very nicely. And I like that nair instead of the forward air. I don't think the forward air would have gotten him. but the Nair was able to keep Venia in disadvantage.
How about that for a Nair? Rising Nair catching on the lip, gonna send Greninja careening into the blast zone.
I just heard. You have an arcade, you just put a quarter in the pinball machine. That's literally what I heard. I just heard the high-pitched dinging of a ping pong of a pinball machine.
Hit all the bumpers. All the bumpers on the way down.
That Nair comes out quick, and in a game where unteckables exist, and you really just can't do anything except for not go off stage. Sometimes Sakurai just doesn't give you one, and that's all right.
Hey, listen, he's been forgiven of his sins.
That's exactly.
Well,
I mean,
we still got a few months living here in the city.
That man could kill my family, and I'd probably still be like, all right.
That's enough of that. You need help, my friend.
That man can eat all the chocolates that I own.
That's more family friendly.
Anyway, hopping into town. Like we said, this stage is just such a favorite pick between both players. It aids both characters immaculately as well.
I feel like we saw that in Game 2, and we're seeing it a lot right here in the very beginning of Game 3. So much room for both of these players to move around, so much variety in what they can do.
Yes.
Like, even though the percentage is climbing quickly, just as it did in Game 2, the method of which is very different. These players are staying a lot more airborne, whereas at the beginning of Game 2, they're a bit more grounded. They're a lot more just sticking to a traditional neutral, trying to feel out how each other is ready to spawn before they really left the gate.
Venia has been using Greninja's impressive jump height to just kind of stay on Odyssey like a heat-seeking missile. He's been catching a lot of Odyssey's jumps to get out of disadvantage state, as most Foxes tend to do that. A lot of Foxes don't really like going low, because once Fox is in Firefox, it becomes increasingly harder for him to make it back to stage safely. Venia, knowing this, is picking up on it and hitting. That being said, though, Odyssey tying it up really nicely right there. We're in for a thrilling conclusion to this set, nonetheless.
One thing I've always found interesting about both of these players when they play on Town and City, and this is regardless if they fight each other, if they're fighting any other opponents, they don't really act too much when the platforms are out.
No, they kind of play more defensively.
Yeah, now it's not even because they don't benefit from no platforms, because both Odyssey and Venia both perform very well on Final Destination. But I feel like they try to slow down the momentum so that when the platforms come back in, they jump-start it. They kick it back into trying to find their own control. And I always find it sets a very interesting tempo for the match, because it always starts high-octane, and then it cuts itself until you can find it coming right back into it all.
That, I think, just speaks to how much merit they have as players, knowing to adapt their game plan based on the surroundings around them. A lot of players wouldn't do that. A lot of players would just keep their current game plan going, platforms or no platforms. But you can tell these guys are really thinking about every move they throw and every position they either want to be in or do not want to be in. They both know each other's win condition.
How about that up smash?
That was a win condition.
How's that for a win condition?
My man air dodged. My man air dodged. Did he air dodge? I hope I'm right.
The young Odysseus is going to be moving on to fight the winner of Utopia
air dodge,
Rayando.
onto the platform, frame trap, you're dead. You're dead, dude. It's over. Odyssey taking it 2-1 over Venia.
And right now it's looking kind of grim for the potential for new champions rising tonight. I always like to look out for new champions.
It's just Vivi.
Is Vivi...
That's it. It's just Vivi.
Yeah, just Vivi.
Wait, hold up.
Dark Blues beat to Kill Sage. Ooh.
Oh, I thought... Never mind. Yeah, no. The only new champion still present is Vivi.